Hello, hello, Bible study. Study is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be doing a deep dive into one chapter to see what we uncover and unfold. I am a little bit emotionally drained and recuperating. So that's okay. We honor that over here. That's what we do on this channel. We honor ourselves, okay? Chapter 14. We left off where Saul and Jonathan were the only ones with weapons. And I would like to point out that just because the Philistines didn't have any weapons didn't mean that they did not prepare weapons. They presented it themselves into a position where they are looked as, we didn't come to fight, but you have weapons on you. What does that say about you? When they goddamn well did prepare to fight. So let's not be deceived here about intentions. Positioning yourself in such a way where you look like you're the good guy is a form of deception. That is not pure intention. So let's keep going. Jonathan traveled out to go meet his father because he wasn't with his father. And they're all advised not to eat the honey or eat anything until the battle of the enemies have been won. Okay. So Jonathan wasn't with Saul, his dad. And he went out to go after him. So there's in chapter 14, verses 12. Yep. Jonathan said to his arm bearer, "Come up after me, for the Lord has delivered them into the hand of Israel." Okay. Arm bearer. This word stood out to me instantly. I'm like, what the hell is this? So the history of an arm bearer. The arm bearer comes from the title from Britain in the Earl of Lauderdale. And it is one of the most noblest, upper class, higher titles that somebody can have. So in 1902, Henry, whatever his last name was, back in 1902, there was a court of claims. And in this court of claims, people held certain titles. So people who can go to the court of claims hold hereditary titles. And these titles are peerage, aka aristocracy, aka society of the highest class, by peerage. Now, this is part of the Earl of Lauderdale. That's part of that positioning. You're in the Earl of Lauderdale, the peerage. You hold a title, an aristocracy, a hereditary nobility for you and your family from here on forth, out, sought, wander, wins, Shakespeare, bullshit, whatever. These titles. So then I was like, okay, cool. So they have like some special court, whatever. How do I get on that? So there's different kinds of resolution. And I will advise you right now that if you want to go private, go with an administrative resolution. That's what you're aiming for? Give me my email. Administrative resolution. Yes, this is what it is. And in administrative resolutions, the different types, there is 8 different areas that you could go and do administrative resolutions. Ombudsman services. Okay, so that's more private, less formal, da-di-da-di-da-di-da. And it's spelled O-M-B-U-D-S-M-A-N. Ombudsman services. Check it out. Anyway, let's keep going. So an arm bearer. Where does the term arm bearer come from, and how does this apply in everyday society? It makes sense why our world is the way it is. Historically, an arm bearer was trusted to carry the armor and weapons of for a warrior. But this role holds much deeper meaning that we can apply to various aspects of our lives today. Let's break it down and look at the key attributes of an arms bearer and see how they manifest today in society. Let's break down the different key attributes of an arms bearer and see how it manifests in different contexts. The arms bearer provides critical support and assistance. Just as they ensured that warriors were prepared for the battles that they were going into, we can look at this in a different context of executive assistance, who handle schedules and communications, ensuring that everything runs smoothly. Loyalty and trust is key qualities of an arms bearer. This relationship is akin to that of a confidant, a right-hand man, someone who is deeply trusted. We can look at this like a political leader, a mentor, a professional who is reliable, loyal, and indispensable. Historically, the arms bearer protected their leader. In modern terms, we could look at this like bodyguards, security, lifeguards, any kind of trusted advisor that protects the interests of the principles of what they do. They also played a key role in preparedness and readiness to project managers, event planners, who have everything perfectly set in place to make sure that the outcome turns out perfect. How about the essence of service and humility? Arm bearers put their leaders' needs first. In a contemporary context, just like caregivers, people who take care of our children at daycares, tutors, teachers, people who take care of our seniors, ministerial assistants, and spiritual advisors. They help us guide us in our faith, give us direction in life, and provide guidance in those journeys to bring us all closer to wholeness. Our support teams and first responders protect and assist in emergencies. The emergencies may not be war anymore, but it's still the same kind of thing. And they take care of what happens behind the scenes, a lot of the things that we don't see. In our interpersonal relationships, we give each other emotional support and practical support so that we can overcome life's challenges and not be overtaken by the things that at times feel like huge mountains that are impossible to overcome. We can't just explore what being an arms bearer has manifested and how it looks in today's day and age. We also need to explore the duality of what it means to be an arms bearer. It's essential to recognize these aspects call for balance in a perspective, because there's a huge potential for dependency and over-reliance, meaning somebody becomes overly dependent on their assistant and stops having initiative to take charge in their life. Another concern would be exploitation. The loyalty and the dedication of an arms bearer can definitely be undervalued and taken advantage of. This is especially true in high-pressure environments where the demands can become overwhelming and not appreciated. A big one would be boundaries. Arms bearer being so close in relationship and someone that you rely on so heavily, maintaining a healthy work-life balance can be overlooked. Disagreements can happen, especially when it comes down to critical decisions. What a lack of recognition. Someone taking the credit for all the work that your arms bearer or assistant has done. I think we've all been there. We've all felt undervalued, and we've all been taken advantage of at one point or another in our lives. Having shared contentment within the environment that you work in is such an important and key aspect of life, and should be explored on a regular basis. This should be something that's integrated into society, and it would solve a lot of the jealousy issues that we have, or the need to overtake or overcome another person or push them out because their achievements may outshine your own. Shared contentment is such a huge part of life and stands in the way of many people being able to celebrate the successes of people who help them in their own success. So yes, an arms bearer does have admirable qualities such as loyalty, protection, preparation, and is of service to assist. And these are all qualities that are timeless and essential to various contexts of our lives. However, also very important to address the challenges or the potential challenge, as dependency, exploitation, boundary issues, and lack of recognition can be and are issues in various contexts in our lives. By being aware of both the positive and the negative aspects of what our society is built on, we are all arms bearers, because the people in that hold noble titles, we're assisting them, and we all kind of work. That's even the hierarchy of most workplaces. We are of assistance. And without being aware of what that manifests and how it can look, you're not going to know to watch for it. So the conscientiousness of it, the awareness that we have a watchful eye for, can prevent taking advantage of the people who help us and allow us to settle into the statement of their success is my success. Peace and love. I'll catch you guys on the next one.